My lesson is on using personally developed, experience-based exercises for use in an adult ESL course. I want to teach about the power of experiential teaching, using and adapting authentic materials. I will present the information by way of PowerPoint slides, along with supporting video clips and audio commentary. At the end of the lesson, I want us to know more about how to best instruct and engage adult learners who possess significant language barriers. Teaching young adults from diverse backgrounds produces poor learning outcomes, unless instructors make use of the best instructional strategies available in their daily lessons. To remain engaged in learning English, young adults must first buy into a learning modality that keeps their attention levels elevated through participating in hands-on activities. We will now explore the introduction of learner-centered, experience-based, cooperative exercises using simple yet authentic printed materials including brochures, books, magazines, and newspapers. In this lesson, we will divide the class into small groups. Both the students and facilitator will have brought materials to class in order to work together to create a scrapbook that uses stories from their countries of origin as well as similar ones using English as their second language. A lesson activity is demonstrated when our instructor and any student hold up a sample article describing the concept of confrontation. For example, the chosen student will speak about his article using his native tongue, while the teacher uses English exclusively. The entire class will be able to see clearly that there needs to be a bridge built between English and the native language. Students are now asked to build their own scrapbooks detailing current events or compelling stories side by side. By collaborating with fellow students, there is a steady learning of new English words and phrases. Real-world events work well in enabling students to learn English. For example, an instructor will bring English language articles to class that center on the recent turmoil in a Middle East country such as Egypt. Students are instructed to bring in printed material filled with the same content. This activity can continue for several weeks as the students bring in both English and native language articles. Ultimately, we share our scrapbook content with fellow classmates. Students are encouraged to branch out into material that keeps them engaged. Learning is enhanced when a student blends previous experience and knowledge with articles from both languages. They are now empowered to use new English words in their lives. They understand the words and the context in which they must be used. Students share their scrapbook with the rest of the class. By the act of doing and sharing, students naturally learn English skills while remaining engaged in this exercise. Let's see how this plays out in a classroom of eager learners.
The album includes some sections about the Egyptian Sinai Peninsula. First, it includes information about tourism in Sinai. There are many tourism places in Sinai that are perfect. This section includes tourism in southern Sinai. This one includes information about tourism in the northern Sinai and the tourist cities in Sinai.
And where did the pictures come from? Tell us about the pictures and the writing.
The picture is from the newspaper and from the Egyptian magazines. But about the English writers, from English newspaper and English magazines.
Some pictures were collected by the people from the internet and from their sources, because each pupil has to make some part of it.
And we are taking the resources here down for every part, every picture we have bring it, everything we have, every text we are writing the resource.
Okay, then do you keep adding to the book? Will you add more in the future?
We keep because it's been adding. If something has happened new, we must add it. We are not going to make another album. To make this album for many years coming later, it's album about Sinai. From all we have made it, we are going to go out of school the second day because we are the last year here in school. When we will finish, another people will continue it and making this album for school, not for us and for people.
As demonstrated by this last video, even young adults can get excited about learning English when the focus is on them, and there is a cooperative undertaking. In this exercise, students have been taught to learn English through scrapbooking. Once the students have learned the skill, they apply this new ability on a weekly basis. They practice, share, and use new linguistic skills. By resourcing new materials each week, and through sharing their work in front of the whole class, they will be very likely to use newfound skills in their new world. Through this hands-on approach, students can get valuable feedback from their peers, and learn authentic English instead of textbook English. Learning using audiovisual processes is still valuable, but this experiential approach is clearly more beneficial and practical. This experiential approach to teaching English as a second language is catching on even in this age of technology. Watch as we listen to an instructor speak about the benefits of this lesson approach in the European Union.
The finished project can take the form of a newsletter, a scrapbook, or even a video or slideshow. Students present their project to their classmates with a presentation, reflecting on what they've learned.
The EF Passport to Learn is central to the EF Action Learning method. Students use it to record their progress and achievements throughout the course, but it also acts as a guide to help students understand their level, to try out new things, and to prove what they can do. The Passport contains can-do statements related to the Common European Framework for Reference, which act as mini tasks for students to do outside the class. Students can try out the task for themselves, and, if they're successful, receive a stamp in their EF Passport to Learn.
Using this practical lesson, students will be able to integrate what they have learned in the classroom and genuinely apply linguistic skills where it really counts, out in the real world. I hope that you have enjoyed watching this lesson plan today. Thank you.